Good morning. Now this is the first time I'm providing any commentary to my playthroughs. So excuse my voice, excuse my accent, but I felt the need to explain just a little bit what's happening in this series so far. First thing you will notice in Winterhold that I changed the cities mode. I think it's called Great Cities. I'm not using it anymore.
You lost.
Yeah.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim.
I came back to Winterhold to see
Everything
if I
here appears to
can
be in order. You can move along now.
reset everybody being angry at me. Try to re-enter the College of Winterhold. Because if you remember, there was a dragon fight. And let's try this again.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. If you can pass the test, then yes. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort.
Flame Eternal. Of course it doesn't work, so I'll have to wait till I'm
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it.
far
but
away
college
into the
lives
main
on.
quest, so I can come back and I can assure her that I am the Dragonborn. Or my speech skill will be high enough to persuade her to let me in. So yeah, going back to the great cities of Skyrim, I'm just used to playing the game without any changes to the cities,
Take a seat and get the
so it just felt weird. So I decided to turn it off. This is the Thieves Guild, which I'm playing right now.
Back, eh? And how was our friend Caselmo? I suppose it would be inappropriate of me to ask how you obtained this, so I simply won't. A rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please. This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Anthea? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingale, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulcher.
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulcher. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Antha. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Antha. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal favor. If you ever manage to gain entry to the college and you find trying to rid yourself of stolen goods becoming a burden, come visit me. I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do. If you have further need of me, you can find me in the college.
We must hasten to Riften before Mercer can do any more damage to the guild. You've come this far, so I see no harm in concealing it any longer. The Twilight Sepulcher is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives. Everything that represents Nocturnal's influence is contained within the walls of the Sepulcher. Now it seems Mercer's broken his oath with Nocturnal and defiled the very thing he swore to protect. I felt the same way when Gallus first revealed these things to me. I think given time you'll understand what I mean. As a Nightingale, I've been sworn to secrecy regarding the Sepulcher. I know the Guild doesn't do much to foster faith, but I'm going to have to ask that you continue to trust me. I'll make for Riften and scout the situation, see if I can discover what Mercer's up to. When you're ready, meet me at the Ragged Flagon. In the meantime, I wanted you to have this. It belonged to Gallus, but given the circumstances, I think he'd approve. If the Guild isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.
Okay, let's see what we have. Nightingale Blade absorbs 25 health and 25 stamina per second. What does that mean? How many seconds? Per hit? And this is better. I don't know if I'll be using it, but yeah, maybe. Trusty Mirtha Assassin Dagger. Ebony arrows. I don't have many arrows, many types of arrows. Well, 176 ebony arrows, I think that's good enough.
The mages don't let us go in the college. They said it's not safe in there.
Yeah, me neither, kid. Join the club.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
All
meats guaranteed.
Okay, let's pretend this is a secret entrance. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. won't go. Have to go to the main entrance. It's scripted that way, quest-wise. There be dragons.
Glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the guild? Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the cistern.
Friends like you are hard to find. And very. Usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them.
Hide is fast walking in the game. I tried a few modes, but none of them really worked well. Well,
please, lower
you're
your
still
weapons so
welcome
we
in
can
part.
speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
She's got a great voice,
Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand.
as you can hear.
Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Dallas's journal. I think you'll find its content. It's disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. It's true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Green. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from a vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How can Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
That door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
We didn't need to pick the lock.
What's she on about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
The gold, the jewels, it's all gone.
That son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now.
Yeah, you're gonna cut yourself.
We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
Fine. We do it your way. For now.
What was she gonna do anyway?
Vex, watch the
Attack
plan.
someone?
If you see
One of
Mercer,
us?
come tell me right away.
Stupid.
Look, before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Carlia. I mean, everything. I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the Guild. Anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home, and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone. Aye. A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. A place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Vold to guard the place. Be careful, lass. This is the last place in Skyrim I'd ever want to send you. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way. Good question. I've only set foot inside a few times myself, and that was in Mercer's company. If you can get past his trained watchdog, I think your best bet might be the ramp to the second-floor balcony in his backyard. No. It's some sort of crazy contraption Mercer commissioned for quick escapes. I'd wager a well-placed shot at the ramp's mechanism would lower it in a hurry. Better question would be, what did he leave? Mercer took everything. Even all of our plans are gone. Before Mercer took over, Gallus started collecting every bit of material he could on locations the Guild could heist. Museums, keeps, estates, you name it. By the time Mercer took over the Guild, we must have had a few dozen. I don't have a clue. That door is impenetrable. Without 2 keys, it's impossible to open. I have a key, Delvin has a key, and Mercer has a key. That's it. There are no other copies. Careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else to that madman.
I can't believe he emptied the vault. Right from under our noses.
I'm relieved Brynjolf has an open mind, or that could have gotten bloody.
Well, as you can see, Tentra Thief. It's a great armor, very protective, covers all the key body parts, especially the trousers. See? High heels are really important. Here are some screenshots. No, thank you. Let's put some cover from the sun, not that it affects her in any way. Oops. Nothing to see. Just keep walking. That's right. That's right. Thank you.
Over here!
Now you're mine. We are routed.
Are you done?
I was sure I heard
Looks
something.
like we've got a crafting skulking
By
around.
Ismir. Someone there. Do your work.
Yeah, let's get some meat. I don't need anything else. I know there's a passage here, a secret entrance. Maybe. I think it's on this floor, but probably that cabinet, wardrobe. Well, let's check things out first. Interesting Lord de Bella statue. This is the main entrance from the street. Basement. There's a strange sound, probably the wind in the secret room. Oh, suspicious cabinet. This is looks like a trap. I think I have a perk in the sneak tree. Of course I do. Muffled Lightfoot. So no worries.
Fine. See.
Ow! That hurt a little bit. So this is his main room. Oh, children. This will look good in a museum. Many thanks. There's a lot of things in this room that belong in a museum.
Someone there? Cannot best you. Someone there?
Stabbed in the back. It's like the Dark Brotherhood all over again. Well, well. I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. What a delightful find. This should cover it. was looking for this little beauty. If you happen to... Must have come from Mercer's place. He'd admired the grey fox for some time. Sure, I'll buy it from you. Here you are. Well, I was... If you happen to cross any other... It's worth quite a bit, actually. Quite a catch. There you go. This should make you smile. This is getting dangerous. Don't let anything get the jump on
Don't
you.
like those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them.
If I see Frey, I'll pluck his eyes from his skull with my bare hands. Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place. While you're in there, help yourself to anything in Frey's manor. I would.
How can I help?
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end? Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good. And set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lass.
Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulcher.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing, and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there. I'm preparing to leave for the standing stone. What is it?
That old woman who runs the orphanage has been murdered. Say, didn't I see you coming out of there?
No. Okay, just said a dark vision about some dragon
Out of our hands. Thieves Guild is back,
attacking.
and they've got Riften in their grip.
But it was only a vision.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. From the moment you were struck with my poisoned arrow at Snowvale Sanctum, my path changed its course. Perhaps
Do you
I
guys
couldn't
hear
bring
dragons?
Mercer back alive, but together
Or is it just
we were
me?
able to clear my name and to put Gallus's memory to rest. I'd always intended Mercer's fate to ultimately be decided by the Guild, and it seems they've spoken. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment. You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer? Does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly. The Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulcher. It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
I'm just as puzzled as you, lass. This is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business. If you both proceed to the moment to donate into their life, we can begin the oath.
So this is probably the coolest armor, at least for me. And I think I have the best enchantments because I'm a high level character. Don't think it gets any better than that. Still, my enchantments are even better than the Nightingale armor, but we'll give it a go. Wait, think I forgot something.
Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulcher.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the circle.
Wait, just had an idea. Let me represent myself in the proper form. There you go.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I...
She's not worthy to look me in the
to
eyes.
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Caroline. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulcher, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless. Good. then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulcher, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lass. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it.
Ha! Spoken like the leader of the Thieves Guild.
Just don't lose yourself in the role. We have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation.
Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lass. This will be a fight to remember.
Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
Yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I don't know if I will continue recording comments for my playthroughs. I usually don't like to talk too much, especially watching Let's Plays. I don't like to hear too many comments. But sometimes I feel like I should explain my decisions in game on what armor to wear, what weapons to use, the choice of quests. So, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching, and till next time.